So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to fourth session of Azure DevOps webinar series. Today, our session is Introduction to Monitoring. Let's go ahead and see what we have in the today's session. This is today's lineup. In today's session, you will be able to learn why we need monitoring, what is monitoring, and different type of monitoring. So let's see why we need monitoring. Uh, so, like we know modern systems, mostly exposed to the internet, and most systems developed as distributed systems. So there is always a risk for these type of implementations. So there can be several attacks to these systems. So we need to do continuous monitoring to identify that type of risk for these systems. And when it comes to data security and privacy, so when it comes to data, it is considered as the most valuable assets for a company. So this data can be new product idea, or this can be some client details. This type of data always valuable for a company. So we need to make sure higher security for this type of data. So we can use monitoring to fulfill this type of security needs. And also our day-to-day lives heavily depend on various business application and systems these days. Like we do online shopping, we do online banking. So we are always connected with the public internet, or we are always connected with the several kind of applications from all over the world. So we are like there is always a risk for these type of systems, and if there is uh, breakdown in one system, it can affect day-to-day life easily. So, and if we go further, like there can be high risk services such as nuclear plants, or maybe military weapons, or can be even traffic light systems. So we need uh, these things. We need to be these things need to be protected, and we like because if as example, let's see if there is a uh, terrorist attack on this type of nuclear plant, or some military center, so it can affect the society uh, badly. So these type of systems uh, type of systems need high protection. And when it comes to normal systems, like day-to-day system, we need to ensure uh, how how users behave with these systems, and what type of activities they do using these systems, and um, what type of service uh, provide to the users. So we need to make sure these systems work smoothly and perform well. So uh, to ensure these systems perform well and deliver what it's supposed to deliver, we need monitoring. So what is monitoring then? So we can identify monitoring with different areas. So observe and tracking activities of users, not only users. we need to track activities of applications and network services. And we can identify monitoring as a type of security software. And we do use logs, and we use incoming and outgoing network traffic logs to make decisions. So monitoring is always connected with this type of logs. And inspect process and interaction between them. So we always interact processes and uh, inspect processes and interaction between these processes using monitoring. And identify breaches, abnormalities, and system behaviors. So there can be abnormal behaviors in the systems when there is a like when there is a like uh, unauthorized access. So these type of things identified using monitoring. So determine how your infrastructure and underlying components perform in real time. So we can use monitoring to identify how the infrastructure perform uh, with the systems, and we can identify the issues with these system behaviors. So these are few of different type of monitoring, like system monitoring, dependency monitoring, integration and API monitoring, business activity monitoring, web performance monitoring, real user monitoring, and security monitoring. So we are going to discuss each of these monitoring in this session. First, let's look at system monitoring. So when it comes to system monitoring, it is being used to main used to monitor and evaluate the performance of infrastructure. So and components in physical layer of network is monitored. So and further we can see it evaluate the impact of network performances and issues of hardware components identified using this system monitoring. And we know this system need to be monitored, and we need to identify, we need to verify this system always available for the available for the use. And we need uh, uh, we need to do monitoring to make sure systems are available. So system monitoring is used for that. And we need to identify server uptime and how CPU performance varies with the several activities in the systems, and how memory consumption change with different time periods or from several like with the several activities done with the application. So these things need to be monitored, and we can identify all these type of activities as system monitoring. So next one is dependency monitoring. When considering a system, so let's see, first point like helps to identify underlying architectural dependencies. So which means when we consider about any type of application, there are several components in the application, such as APIs. There can be several web apps, API function apps, or service buses. So there are architectural dependencies between these components. So we need to identify how behavior of one component affect other component performances. So this type of dependency monitoring can be used to identify uh, dependencies, architectural dependencies between the system components. And not only like there is a dependency between components, not only that, there can be a dependency between application and hardware. Like as example, we all know like some gaming software need some sort of graphic cards. So there are such dependencies between softwares and hardwares. So we need to monitor this type, identify this type of dependencies between applications and hardwares, and take actions on these on these to make sure this application usage going smoothly. And then evaluate performance of components based on incoming data traffic, monitors distributed IT infrastructure to identify dependencies. So IT infrastructure, like when it comes to distributed IT infrastructure, that means these application hosted in several data centers. So these there should be a good communication and secure connection between these data centers. So these type of things should be like there are dependencies between several components, several hardware components. So these things should be monitored to make sure systems working without any problems for the users. So next we can see uh, about integration and API monitoring. Uh, so like there can be several integrations for the system. So we need to identify availability of third-party integrations. So which means as example, we can see there are several third-party integrations done with when we do the system development, such as we use SendGrid to test like SendGrid for email sending. Likewise, we use several third-party integrations with the systems. So we need to identify these third-party systems integrations working properly and deliver what we want. So to do that, we need to do monitoring and some kind of uh, identification to identify availability of third-party integrations, and monitoring uptime and performance of the third-party integration. So when we are working with like if we have a dependency, if we have a connection with the third-party integration, we need to make sure this third-party integration is how this third-party integration affect our system, like how our CPU or our system behave when we are using this third-party integration. So if our system performance get badly affected by this third-party integration, so it is not a good type of integration for our system. So likewise, we can identify what type of how these third-party integrations affect our system performances, and what type of actions we need to be taken to fix those issues with the integrations. External integration of data processing and resource usages are monitored. So this is what like how this CPU how the CPU usage change, and when we are working with this third party integration, this type of things should be monitored. And if there are like we can set if the CPU usage is over some kind of percentage, do the alert, and then engineers can take action to fix that type of issues. So likewise, we should monitor this type of third party integration to make sure our systems working properly and our users get good good user experience by using our systems. So when it comes to business activity monitoring, um, we can see there are several monitoring needs. So metrics are obtained to understand financial, security, operational, and technology performance of business. So when it comes to business performance, it's not only the automated process that can like it can be combination of automated monitoring and manual process. So it can be financial data. We can we can consider about how our financial activities behave during some kind of period and take decisions based on that behaviors and security metrics and operational and technology performance. These things also need to be considered when it comes to business process. So we need to identify proper monitoring system to early detection of security issues, operational issues, and some performance issues related with the businesses, uh, and it ensure the uh, smooth functionality of the business. And geographic location activity monitoring helps to determine popularity of business functions. So, as example, we can think like there's an application, and we can monitor uh, who are the users, like which geographical location has have like what what is the like we what from which geographical location we get the most traffic to this system. So like we can see several application there are several applications popular in several areas of the uh, world, like some applications popular in the Asia region, some popular in USA or Europe. So this type of details also important for the application development, like to introduce the enhancements to the application or maybe for the marketing purposes. So these type of uh, information important for a business, uh, and it can be achieved using monitoring and evaluate resource consumptions and traffic behaviors to identify business activity performances. So we can see so like how several resources resource consumption varies with the varies and how traffic behavior of traffic varies with the business activities. So by using that type of monitoring, by using that type of details, we can identify what which areas of the system need to be improved, or which type of new functionalities need to be introduced to the system. So that type of decisions can be made using this monitoring, business activity monitoring details. So web performance monitoring. So when it comes to web services, uh, it consists with several components. So how each we need to make sure make sure this one component like performance of one component don't break or don't uh, reduce the performance of other components. So there should be some kind of monitoring to identify behaviors of components and how these component behaviors affect other components. How web-based services are responding to user requests are monitored. And page load speed, data transmission, loading errors are measured in client side of network. This type of how much time it takes to load a page or how much time um, and how what type of error messages shown in the application, and this type of things need to be identified and need to be fixed in the systems to make sure good usability of a system. So web performance monitoring can be used to identify the issues with uh, with the websites to improve the uh, usability of the website. Real user monitoring. So this is something with historical data. Um, Based on historical data, come up with solution to several issues faced by faced in the past time. As example, we can see in that examination result website. We know when the results are released, this system become unusable, right? So it break down and can't use anymore, like can't access, can't get the results. So this type of this type of behaviors can be identified, like we can monitor what type of user load come to the website and why it breaks. Everything can be monitored using these historical logs and historical data, and take actions to fix that type of system failures. So performance of service delivered to end users over a network is analyzed historical. The same thing, like uh, monitor the behavior of the system using the historical data. Evaluations are performed on real world systems opposed to tightly controlled test simulation environments. When we doing the load test, we do several load tests to make sure systems working smoothly. But when we do this type of load test, we know we use tightly controlled environment. Like we use it's not the actual real world scenario. So we can't simulate actual behavior using the load test. But when it comes to real world, it can be completely different behavior than the load test environment. So using the monitoring, we can get the live updates, like real world behavior. So we can use those data to enhance or improve our system performances. Helps to identify how many users are satisfied with with the system performance. So we can identify how many users can parallelly use this type of systems, and we can improve the number of parallel users, like capability to use by parallel users. Such improvements can be done using real user monitoring details. Security monitoring. Uh, there are several vulnerabilities in networks, applications, and infrastructure. So these things need to be monitored. So identify vulnerabilities, identify these unusual behaviors, and identify the vulnerabilities for the system should be done to uh, make sure the security of the system. And defined policies are used to evaluate security compliance of system components. So when it comes to policies, like we can define several policies to make sure the security of the system. Like we can define a policy such as only the resources in Asia region data centers can be used only by the Asian region users. So if someone outside the Asian region try to access these uh, resources in Asia region, we can get that as a threat. So such kind of policies can be introduced and can be monitored to identify the security threats. AI used to analyze security logs to identify anomalies before potential threats can impact the business system. AI can be introduced, and AI system can use to do the monitoring. And using AI, we can do early detection of the threats and using the historical logs and live logs, and make make some alerts or make automatically fix the issues. This type of can be done using security monitoring. So these are few of the monitoring tools available in the market. ELK, Elastic, Logstash, and Kibana, and Application Insight. It's available with Azure, and Prometheus. It's also a monitoring tool. Grafana. These are few of the monitoring tools available in the market. So with that, we come to end of our session. So thank you very much for your time.